Governor of Montana signing a bill banning TikTok. It's the first state in the U.S. to fully block the app and likely face some numerous legal challenges. With us, Chris Kelly, founder of Kelly Investments. He was Facebook's first general counsel, Facebook's former chief privacy officer, and an antitrust attorney. I want to thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Is this a workable situation? I mean, this is really the first time we've had a specific app that'll be banned in a specific state. People talked about SplinterNet for a very long time. That was,
right.
The U.S. and other countries. Now we're talking about states taking positions on particular apps and things. Part of this is going to be a First Amendment thing. Part of it's going to be a national security thing. I don't know if there could be a state security thing. How do you see it?
There are very real national security concerns here, and that's why TikTok has been banned on government devices in the U.S. for quite some time. That individual states have taken steps to do it on state devices. The question of whether a U.S. state can step forward and ban it on all personal devices is one that will be in the courts very soon, and that it doesn't look very good for the state at this point in terms of how it might prevail both against a First Amendment challenge, but also against a Commerce Clause challenge that would say that this is something that only the federal government could do. And then the question of whether the federal government could do it would be also constrained by the First Amendment. Banning it on military devices and on U.S. government devices is something that's well within the power of the U.S. government to do. For a state government to ban it on state devices is something that's well within their power. But for them to step over and ban it on personal devices is another step forward that probably won't meet with success in a constitutional challenge.
Speak to the broad implication of this, though, because if, in fact, something like this were to be allowed to take place, do you imagine a SplinterNet happening all over the country? Certain apps that, Governor DeSantis in Florida maybe likes or doesn't like, or somebody else likes.
Yeah, no, exactly. If Governor DeSantis wants to ban the Disney app, is that going to stand up to a constitutional challenge? I don't think it's going to. And this is kind of the same, situation. Obviously, I think it is a serious national security concern that the Chinese, government and the Chinese Communist Party could have access to U.S. data very easily. The company is out there saying that they've got Project Texas, that they're trying to kind of protect for that from happening. It's not clear that that's a real power.
Right, so Chris, can we just drill down on this for 2 seconds? So I've got TikTok on this phone. This is my phone right here. What would you be worried about for me personally and for the country, the fact that I have this on this phone?
Well, I mean, I don't want to comment on dance moves that you may have or not, but there's
dance. I don't post for that reason. Yeah, it's too embarrassing. Embarrassing.
Right, exactly. It's the possibility of where you are, conversations that you may have, if there's any access that the app has to other material. Obviously, the Google and Apple and the device manufacturers and their app stores are trying to protect against leakage from data around it.
But you don't believe that this is picking up stuff on the microphone, do you?
I don't at this point. I mean, there are a variety of technical protections against that, but they can be circumvented in a variety of ways. And in fact, TikTok has been accused of having a browser as part of the app that actually captures keystrokes.
Okay, so let's speak about Project Texas for a second, because that's its effort to try to separate the back end of TikTok from China. So it would be physically located here in the United States. You don't think that's doable in truth, because
it is doable in truth, but the question of whether there's corporate authority from the Chinese side to still order somebody, a U.S. employee who might be separated and part of Project Texas to still provide the data, the fact that it exists, that it's on a server that the parent company may still have some control over, it continues to be, I think, a realistic worry.
Because you worry an employee would download some piece of data and then send it over to China. That would be
we've had real infiltration of American technology companies that were spying for Saudi Arabia, Twitter, a variety of other attempts from a variety of other countries, and it's one of the things that we have to take seriously in this digital age. But to extend that to allowing a state to ban an individual app for all citizens in its jurisdiction is something that the U.S. Constitution most likely won't allow.